Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really.
Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
You mean shenanigans? No! You're talking about shenanigans, right?
Oh, that's better.
Testes. 1, 2, check. Okay. Yeah, good.
Like your new mic there.
I do. That's half new.
Nick's the only one who gets a new mic. Jesse doesn't get one yet.
It was a good deal, you know? It was a good deal on one, not two.
You only had to suck one ball?
2 testicles.
Welcome to
Punk ass.
and Random Heroes Cheeky Shenanigans.
Weird shenanigans. Look at our new office building in Hollywood.
Yeah. In magical Hollywood, Snohomish County, Washington.
I mean, is it... You know, when you say where you're from, what do you say?
Depends on who I'm talking to. If I'm talking to someone from around here, I'm specific. If it's anyone else, like online or in the country, Seattle.
That's true. I mean, because that's true, because we're like in the Seattle vicinity,
Yeah.
just maybe like 40 minutes away with no traffic. Yeah. Like I had to go to Bellingham yesterday to get this mic last night, okay?
That's like a good hour north.
As I was driving up there and got into Bellingham, I started thinking Bellingham is like where hippies are, where the gay people go, where all the nice people go. And it really made me think, if you took the Care Bears out of the cartoon, you would set them in Bellingham. Because that's where they would belong to. Because a couple of the Care Bears were gay. Everybody knew
I never got to watch the Care Bears. My mom didn't allow me to watch anything with like magic in it or anything.
Can you watch Care Bears?
No.
Care Bear power?
No Smurfs,
The
no
bellies
Care
are like,
Bears, none of it.
Rainbow?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's where they would put them, okay? Now, they can do their gay sex bear thing. They can go and help people. Even the homeless people there are nice. They'll give you fucking $1 if you ask for it. Probably not. But that's what I'm thinking. So, if you're a hippie and you love flicking another girl's bean, go to Bellingham.
There's your new slogan, Bellingham.
If you want to flick a bean, go to Bellingham.
So what would the slogan be for Marysville? How would you attract people to this area?
If you want to get the coronavirus, come to Marysville.
I was just going to say, like, if you've given up on all of your actual ambitions in life, move to Marysville.
Yeah. Dreams, yeah, come to Marysville.
If you're content with never, like, advancing your life or your dreams in any way, this is a perfect spot for you. The fact that we're actively doing something to try and, like, fulfill a dream or to even just have fun already makes us outcasts in this area.
And it makes us famous, too, because we're the only ones that are doing shit right now.
Pretty much. And that's always been, like, when I moved to Oregon, I've moved to Oregon a couple times in my life. Whenever I've gone, it's usually because I get sick of this area and how content people are to just have things be the same every day.
Are you talking about here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. You did move to Portland a couple times.
Yeah.
It's
different down there.
I thought maybe you were trying to be a hipster, but, you know, because that's where the hipsters go. If you want to be a hipster, you go to Portland.
I didn't even fit in Portland, to be honest. Like, I thought that having tattoos and kind of being a weird guy would instantly make me, you know, fit in pretty well there, but no.
Yeah.
People were judgy. Because I was like, I took showers every day, and I didn't only drink craft beer from little back alley breweries.
Every day. Oh, God. Hey, I recently, because I went to Mexico, as you recall, as I saw Jesse's little poll that he posted on Facebook.
As opposed to Nick's little poll that he posts every night.
And I brought back antibiotics, okay? So it would be over-the-counter drugs, you know what I mean? So the STD thing I already had. Too late. You can't fix it. It's already done and over with. So you guys were wrong on that one. And then
I thought you brought home some over-the-counter drugs, though.
Yes, I did. I brought back antibiotics.
That's it?
Yeah.
For the coronavirus?
I'll be honest with you. I did get Adderall, okay? Now, when I went to the pharmacy and asked for the Adderall, I was kind of scared like I was going to get in trouble because I'm from America and we don't do cool shit like that. So anyways, I'm like, hey, you guys have Adderall? He's like, yeah. They give you 60,
Aisle 2.
they can give you 60 tablets for $170. I was like, ooh, you can give me like less? He's like, yeah, we can do 30 for 60. I'm like, all right, I'll take it.
Can I also get like some candy, some chiclets?
Fucking those things that I couldn't read it because it was Spanish, so I had to Google the Mexican words on the box, and I took it, and it just literally tasted like meth, to be honest with you. Don't know what meth tastes like, but if that was it, that was it. It was like this strong aroma.
This is why we don't let Nick go to foreign countries.
It's just, but it worked, you know, it made you peppy and like focused, and yeah.
So you took it all while you were on vacation?
I didn't take all of them by myself, but
You didn't even bring them home?
no, I was too scared too, because customs. Because of customs. That was the first time I ever had to deal with customs too. I didn't want to get, you know, an anal cavity search. I might like it, and then I'd be gay. I didn't want that chance, you know? So, yeah, pretty good. But I brought back some Z-Packs and some amoxicillin if anybody wants them. Because down there it only costs like $4. It is cheap. It was like 40 pesos, which is like $1.
One for 10, 2 for 30.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, can I get 3, or like, I wanted to try to bring the lot home back. So if you feel like you got an infection, fuck going to the doctor and paying the copay. Or if you don't have health insurance, because in America you have to pay all these dollars. I was like, can I get 6 of this and then 6 of this? She's like, ooh, no. And I was trying to be like, well, I couldn't talk to her. The English barrier sucks, right? I didn't know what she was trying to say. And then she was talking to her pharmacist buddy. I knew she was talking shit, but I couldn't understand what she was saying. And I was like, dose, just dose each. And it took like 15 minutes just to get the transaction done.
Yeah. At least you didn't try to tell her to speak English. Like, you're attached to America. Speak English.
This is a fucking
Make Mexico
tourist
great
country.
again.
You need to speak English as well. America is always like, press 1 for English, 2 for Espanol.
And down there, it's like,
No.
whatever the Spanish word for press is.
Yeah.
El preso dos for English.
Do you speak English? Yes.
Yes. That's what my name means down there. It's yes. Yesy.
Yes-ay.
S.A.
S.A.? I really wanted to, like, see how far I can go and, like, call people, like, Holmes or what's up, S.A.
That's how you get trafficked.
Yeah, it was crazy, too.
Hey, what's up, S.A.?
If you take a taxi out to Cancun town, there was, like, a military, like, stop. Like, they would stop the cars and, like, look in your shit. I'm like, oh, shit.
They're going to look at my
I'm
window.
going to get fucking stuck in Mexico. Just is not even going to care.
No, I would have
I'm
found
gonna be
another
with El
co-host.
Chapo. Yeah.
El Chapo. Did you run into any, like, strange things that happened, or did you get...
I got asked, like, if you go, like, into a different town where it's, like, Mexican markets and people are selling their own shit, they're like, hey, you have cocaine? I'm like, nah, dude, I'm good. I don't want to. They try to sell you drugs and weed. I was joking around with the guy that was selling me cigars. He's like, I can get you anything. I was like, hey, can you give me some weed then? He's like, yeah, I can. I'm like, oh, I was just joking. Like
if I wanted weed, we've got it available legally in Washington. Like,
yeah,
I'm good.
Almost the whole America, except for Texas, because they're rednecks.
At least you didn't end up getting heroin.
That's true. I love heroin.
Even Mexican
Everybody
heroin?
loves heroin.
I wonder what Mexican heroin's like.
Probably black and brown.
You just had to make it about color, didn't you?
Because, do you know what heroin looks like?
It's usually very, very dark.
It's not going to be pink like vaginas.
Yeah, because if heroin was also pink like vaginas, there'd literally be no reason to never do it.
Yeah, people would be fucking the bag of heroin. Yes. I would.
And then they'd be injecting vaginas. Wait, did I smoke the vagina or the heroin?
Both. Speaking of vaginas, we've been getting a lot of likes from girls, which is totally weird. And Jesse's gonna act like he's retarded. But it's pretty awesome to It's not, no, diversity is like the race thing, right?
Yeah, well, it's diversity just means a
Kinda
lot of different,
everything.
a lot of selection.
It's really nice to be diversifying our pages and stuff.
I don't think it's diversified. I think we've always mostly had female viewers and watchers.
Which is totally weird, because who wants to listen to us talk like this?
Not
Women.
dudes, apparently.
I know.
No, and so we've been trying to engage a little bit, like through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all that, and doing these little videos. And Nick posted a promo video that actually got a couple comments from some people that we haven't interacted with before. And I
read those, and I'm just like, I'm gonna let Jesse do the interaction because I don't want to like piss anybody off.
No, but I mean, you could if they
know.
actually watch, then they're gonna know. Like the whole time you're typing, you're just like.
Pretty much.
So this is a person named Amanda. I'm not gonna throw her last name on the show.
I would.
But she says she watches, and she commented.
I think she's new too. Like,
I think she is.
Yeah.
The video, the thing she's referencing is I had made a comment, something along the lines of how a girl goes down on you is directly related to how much porn she watches or what type.
Yeah, and I said something about because she sucked a lot of dicks, that's why she's good at it. Yeah.
And I still stand by what I said, but I wanna read Amanda's reply because for one, I told her I would. If you guys interact with us, we want to bring up what you say on the show. That's the whole reason we ask these questions. And two, you're hearing it from someone other than us.
That's true.
So Amanda's comment on that video was, no way. She likes to suck dick and has skill at it. Doesn't mean she watches porn. I haven't watched porn since I accidentally found it in the 7th grade on VHS, which is funny in its own right. But since I like my partner, I try very hard to please him. I think it just depends on how well she likes you. Now,
I go back to my theory is she sucked a lot of dicks. Doesn't matter if it's been the same dick. She's done it over 100 times. That's how you get good at it.
absolutely. Practice does make perfect. And Amanda's not wrong. How much a girl likes a guy is definitely going to change, how much or how well she sucks some dick. However, not every girl really likes that, and not every guy thinks it's that big of a deal. I happen to be one, Getting a BJ is fine and awesome, but, it's not something I need if I'm still able to, have sex.
I go both ways, okay?
We know.
Yeah, I know you know. So, when I'm going down on a dude,
Yeah.
I tickle his bunghole a little bit.
All right.
And then...
Put a pinky up there.
And then I turn him around, and then I blow his butthole like a whistle.
And then he inflates, and then he explodes. And then I'm not gay because he's dead.
Yeah, that's how it works. No, but I'm not that way either. Like I said, if they want to do it, fine. I like going down on chicks. I like doing it.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't know why. I feel like it's like an art project, right?
Yeah.
Because every girl is different, so you have to figure out what they like and what they don't like.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
That alphabet shit does not work. Whoever.
No.
Yeah.
That was American Pie. That was a movie.
I don't know. I don't think. I think it just got around. American Pie was the fucking.
That's the second one.
Yeah.
When they find the book and it's teaching you how to go down on a girl.
It was like tongue twister and shit. But everyone's like, oh yeah, do the alphabet. I fucking make her come when I get to G. That shit's totally bullshit.
No, that's always said by guys who have no idea what a female orgasm actually looks like.
What they're doing.
Like the first time she moans, he's like, oh, I totally got her off.
I can't believe I got her to orgasm.
But dude, if you think that's an orgasm, let me assure you, if you think you made her come, you didn't.
When their legs tighten and their legs quiver, that's when it happens.
Or sometimes if she's on her back and then all of a sudden it's like she's having a seizure.
Or if they squirt right in your face.
Or that.
Yeah, I've never had that happen. But
That's usually the dudes doing that to you, right?
Yeah. I'm like, ah!
Oh, my eye again.
It's like the best gay fountain ever.
Fountains of gay. But what I wanted to say about Amanda's remark, while I agree, I was speaking kind of generally, and, my girlfriend, she's not really into that, and I know that she is really into me and loves me and all that, so there's not always a correlation, but in general, a lot of women do like to watch porn, and what happens when you watch porn, whether you're a guy or a girl, is it gives you ideas, things you want to try.
Sometimes you get in trouble for those ideas.
Everyone who watches porn has always found one like scene or one move they do where they're like, I gotta try that. That looks awesome. Or that looks funny. Or, I didn't know you could pick a girl up by her legs like a wheelbarrow and walk around your living room.
Those like really crazy, like hardcore ones that I feel like are just like, why?
I can't do it.
Like I've seen ones where it's like a fish hook in the girl's mouth. You know what I mean? They're just like pulling on her cheek as they're boning her. I'm like, why would she do this to herself? Or
here's a porn move I've never understood, and it's one I've never tried. And it's not like a complex move, but it's something they do in a lot of porn, and I still don't know why. And that's like, let's say the girl is either giving a blowjob or like you're having sex, whatever the position. What the guy does sometimes is he'll like take it out and he'll be like whap whap whap. He'll use his dick as a little like ruler and like smack her with it.
Whack-a-mole move. Huh?
I don't understand. The only thing that seems like it would be good for is to degrade the woman in some way. There's no way it feels good.
Maybe there's some like weird friction that makes it feel good. There's a topic.
No, we're
to
talking.
discuss.
It's like.
Yeah, right on their fucking...
That doesn't feel good. I would much rather be inside a vagina than, like, smacking her up against a kneecap.
Where's Abby when you need her?
Well, she's been busy, but
she's been busy.
She got back to me a couple times, and she really, really wants to come do the show again. Although Abby and some of her people have been giving us shit for the name of the show.
Really?
They said,
why?
Yeah. They're just saying that, like, it's too long or it just doesn't sound good. I love the name. We're not going to change it. We're just not. But I thought it was weird because mostly we've gotten good feedback on the name.
Yeah, if you think there's, like, Joe Rogan's podcast or Fighter and the Kid podcast. What do you mean it's too long? Like, what do you want it to be? Like,
they're like, it's hard to remember. It's like, everyone knows the word shenanigans.
Yeah.
The only thing that's a little strange is cheeky, but that's because that's more of a British term.
Yeah.
That just kind of means like lighthearted and fun, which I thought was exactly what this show was supposed to be. Yeah. So I'm not worried about it. I just thought it was weird.
Man, we can't remember that.
But she wants to come back, and she also really wants to start working a little more on doing stand-up because people keep telling her she should do it.
I'm still scared too.
Yeah, we got to get you up there.
I thought of another bit too of I just had God in my life again because I don't like him. But when I flew on the airplane and every turbulence that came, I was praying to God every time. Wanted to work that into a joke.
Where's the punchline?
I'm still working on the punchline. Jesus, take the wheel of the airplane.
Something like, I've been an atheist for all my life, and I haven't thought about God in a long time.
Or like, if you need God or Jesus in your life, start taking airplane rides, and then you'll find them right up in the air.
See, the only problem with that premise in a stand-up arena is that every hacky 90s stand-up did airplane jokes.
Well, I'm bringing it back, just like Porch Monkey.
Are you going to ask what the deal is with the food on the airplanes?
Yeah.
Actually, I've never been on a flight that had a full-on meal before.
No, they don't. They just sell like sandwiches and shit. They still give you, do you want cookie or pencils?
So you flew to Mexico and they still didn't serve a meal?
No.
Was it straight from Seattle to the airport you ended up at?
No. I had to stop in Dallas.
That's probably why.
Cowboys!
I think it has to be over 6 hours in the air before they'll do a meal.
It's like a 6-hour flight, I think, straight through. But I did make some stops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, really quick to wrap that up. Amanda, thank you for your comments. If you keep commenting on videos or other people do, like, we want to read them. We want to engage with you guys. We want to
give good advice on dick sucking. Maybe other chicks need it. Who knows?
Yeah.
Leave your comments.
Or even if you want to turn on your webcam and be a Skype guest on the show sometime, like, we're down with it.
Yeah, because I'm not going to consider this one yet, like the start of season 3. Like, as you can see, we're still working on our shit. But we're going to start Skyping people in now. And I've gotten kind of a hold of another comedian, if you saw on Twitter. I like him a lot, that Craig Connet guy.
Oh, I hadn't seen that.
I asked him, be like, hey, we're season 3, you can Skype in, or if you're in Seattle, you liked it. Maybe that means, okay, maybe if you give me a time and date, I can Skype in, we'll do it.
Could be.
Adam Ray said to hit him up on the 24th
We've been talking about that for 3 months now.
We've been talking about it for a year, and I think it's coming. It's
and then,
coming.
We've got a guy His name's Christian Finnegan. He's a comedian who, for anyone who's watched Chappelle's Show, there was a sketch in, I believe it was season 2, called The Mad Real World. And it was a sketch where...
Yeah, the only white guy that was in that episode.
Yeah, it was a goofy white guy with a bunch of, like, crazy black people in this house doing the real
Charlie
world.
Murphy was in that
So
bitch.
Christian is the white guy, the goofy white guy. And we got in a little chat on Twitter, and he said he's up for it, and we started talking some logistics. So
You did?
yeah, so for season 3, like, we're really trying to up our game. And I know we keep putting out these episodes that are kind of the in-between.
Yeah, the
But-
in-betweeners.
We should commit to this being the last in-between episode and just make sure that our next podcast is the season 3 premiere.
Yeah, because we got the new logo coming, and we got the background going.
Maybe I'll have my new robot dick.
Oh, I was thinking, maybe we can, if we're doing the Skype thing, it might be easier to, like, just Skype in those weird fucking gamers that get paid a bunch of money or get...
Like Twitch people?
Yeah, that too. And I was talking like porn stars. I think it's easier to have people Skype in and be like, hey, are you going to be in Seattle soon?
It is. And I've got a friend named Kim who I've known in real life for a long time, but she's also become a pretty decent Twitch streamer in her own right. And she's already agreed to do the show also when we have that set up. So, yeah, we've got some great guests lined up. I still want to get some real life people in here too, because there's just something fun about having another person in here that we can, chat with and have these conversations with.
Chatty chat. Chitting. Okay, before we get anything, I'm trying to surprise Jesse. I'm going to try to make this a little like Facebook bit type. I was thinking I'll make maybe 5 or 10 minute videos and I'll post it on that page and the people want to watch it. Like I was saying, interacting more on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Instead of YouTube. So I came up with a bit to surprise you with. Okay.
Okay, I'm a little scared because I genuinely do not know what Nick's about to do.
So I was thinking, what do women like to do every day? Or what do girls usually do? They like to read magazines, right? And what do they like to do when they read magazines?
It's 2020.
They still online, whatever. You know what I mean. You get the premise. And what do girls really like to do? We'll say 25 and under. They like to take the quizzes that are in those magazines, okay?
Okay.
So I found a quiz. It is, what's your sex position IQ, Jesse?
All right.
All righty then. Okay. Question number 1.
Yep.
Teabagging is someone placing the scrotum into their mouth or onto the face forehead
What's
of another
that?
person.
That's already it.
Or someone tying their balls so that the balls look like a small bag.
No.
Okay.
It's definitely the first one.
Okay.
Anyone who's ever played Halo knows that.
I know. There's some of these you might know already. Cosplay is dressing up as a character from a comic book.
That.
Okay. I'll go with that one. I know. All right. You're not going to... I don't even know what this is. The Venus butterfly is giving someone cunnilingus.
That's going down on a girl, cunnilingus.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah.
And fingering them at the same time.
Okay.
Ooh, I've done that. That's nice. That works really
This is
good.
called a Venus buttercup.
Venus butterfly. Or
Butterfly.
when someone tenses, releases their pelvic floor muscles during sex to clench, loosen the vagina around a partner's penis. You have 10 seconds to decide.
I'm just gonna guess the second one.
Those tenses, releases the
Yeah.
pelvic. Okay, let's see. And you are correct.
Hey, how about
All right.
that?
All right. Edging is, I know this because I've tried it, delaying an orgasm with the goal of having a more intense one, or sex where the receiver lies on the edge of the bed, couch, chair, and the giver stands.
Well, I mean, they both sound like things that you would have tried, but I'm gonna guess in this context, it's probably the first one.
You are correct.
Yeah.
All right. A cream pie is
Easy.
when semen visibly drips out of a vagina or anus after someone ejaculates in it. Or when a guy ejaculates in his partner's mouth and his partner spits it out and smears it onto the guy's face.
No, that's snowballing.
Okay. All right.
Not only do I know that's not this one, I know the correct term for that, too.
You are correct. All right. You're going to know this one off the bat, but we're still going to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
A pearl necklace is When someone
My favorite gift to give your
ejaculates
mom every
on
Christmas.
their partner's, sorry, mom, partner's neck.
Yep.
She probably didn't even get this far. Okay, yep, you're correct.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
okay. A facial is when someone ejaculates onto their partner's face or when someone drags their genitals across their partner's face.
No, that's teabagging. They're repeating themselves. This is too easy.
Okay, you're correct.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see what this one is. Bareback is
No condom.
sex without a condom or a cinnamon. Okay, yeah, you got it correct. Sex without a condom. Yep. Okay. Oh,
These
all
are
right.
easy.
A rusty trombone is
Oh, okay.
a simultaneously rim job.
Simultaneously?
There you go. There you go. Rim job and blow job, or anal fingering combined with a blow job.
Well, it shouldn't be. Read the first one again.
I don't think it's simultaneously. It's simultaneous. That's it.
That's what I just said.
You said simultaneously.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, without the Y.
Simultaneous.
That's
okay.
it. Rim job and blow job.
See, it shouldn't be rim job and blow job. It should be rim job and hand job.
Or anal fingering combined with the blow job.
The way that I thought I understood it was rim job plus hand job so that it actually looks like you're playing a trombone.
I think it's the anal fingering with the blow job because I'm just kind of
Let's just go with that one because
Okay.
neither of them sound exactly like what I thought.
Ooh, we were wrong.
It was the first one, but they worded it wrong.
Oh. But if you answered mostly on the left, you know your sex acts. You're no stranger to sexual maneuvers. You get a standing O. If you answered mostly on the right,
I give standing O's.
sex acts are really not your forte. Rusty trombone, you haven't heard that name in years or maybe ever. Jesse, you are a loser. Goodbye.
No, I'm not.
I know
you
you
got
won-
every
you
other
won-
one right.
You won that one.
Okay, so we've all read those websites where it's like joking sex acts, right? You
Yeah.
know, like things you would never actually do to a person.
Mm-hmm.
Like people make jokes about what do they call it, rodeo sex, but I don't think anyone would ever do it.
Rodeo sex.
You know, when you're hitting it from behind, you tell your girl that her sister was a lot better.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you try
Or
to hold on.
There was another
Yeah.
one where, like, if you're going behind a chick and then you have your best friend come in real quick and then you go outside and then you knock on the window and wave to your girlfriend as your friend's doing her so she doesn't know. It's like, do people really do this shit?
No,
Or,
but there's so many that have been created that have funny names and descriptions and are just funny to think about. Like, I remember, this must have been like 8th or 9th grade, my friend Justin Kramer, who I'm really hoping to get on the show sometime. We used to look at these websites where people would list like the different sex acts that were more joking like that.
Yeah.
And we would just like read them and they ended up becoming inside jokes, you know, like the Spider-Man one. It's like you
Ejaculate to the wall.
you jizz into your hand and then you throw it at her and say, "Go web, go." You know, stuff like that you would never do. And they were just funny, like the fire-breathing dragon. Have you heard that one?
I think you mentioned it, but I forgot.
Supposedly you'd be getting a blowjob and you finish and you pull her head down really hard so she kind of chokes on it, and as she is spitting up the jizz, then you punch her in the face so that it's bleeding.
What
and
the
then
fuck?
Yeah, see, no one would ever do that, but they sound funny.
Who comes up with this?
So these websites have all of these like just gross detailed ones, and then there was one called the fish hook.
Okay.
And so we're reading this and we get to the fish hook and it says what you do is when you're finger banging a girl, you move your pointer finger into a little hook like that and you think to yourself, "Ah, yes, the fish hook." That's it. And I just thought it was so funny that it was simple, and it's like it's not weird or it's not for anyone else. It's just like a little trick you can do to yourself, like think to yourself. So I've done that a couple times where, you know, having a little fun and then kind of curl and be like, "Oh yes, the fish hook."
About the brown trout fish hook.
What's that?
You take your finger, make a hook, stick it up your bum. That's it.
And you pull out a brown trout? Never tried that one. I don't think I have enough chimpanzee in my family tree.
Let's go back to history for a second. I was
Jumping all over the place here.
We haven't done this in a while, dude. It's gonna be a mixture of things.
Yeah, like a whole week and a half.
Has it been? It's been like 2
We
weeks.
did it right before you went to Mexico, didn't we?
I don't know. I'm not the
Anyway,
producer.
go
Do we
ahead.
have one?
No.
We need an Asian, though. That's what we need.
We need an agent, a manager, a producer, a technical engineer, and a bunch of guests, and like 10 grand in new gear, and we need to not have to have jobs anymore.
That's what I really want. I'm tired.
Someday.
I like when I'm at work, I'm just like, I just want to fucking quit this job.
I just want a podcast.
I just want a podcast, stop being a vagina and do stand-up comedy, and then fucking me and Jesse go down to Hollywood, and then we just fucking end up not fulfilling our dreams. Then we end up being homeless, and then we have to come back up here and move in with our parents.
To make ends meet, we end up having to star in a gay porn together.
Yes, called Orgasmo 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
And then we gotta work, and then we're gonna work at Trader Joe's at night, grocery store.
Yeah.
You need help with your bags,
That
man?
place sucks.
Yeah.
I never go in there.
But
But
SpongeBob.
hey.
You're my candy bar. Do you think Hitler really killed himself? Do you think Hitler
I
really
don't know.
killed himself?
I do not know.
Okay, racist Asian.
I guess that was the Andy Rooney breakfast at Tiffany's
Yeah.
Asian guy there.
Oh, he turned down my shitty
I don't know. I mean, that guy was on so many drugs, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, Adderall. Everybody loves it.
Yeah, and like the Nazi equivalent of meth or whatever. They had another name for it, and it was a drug they gave their entire army.
I was watching the conspiracy series on Netflix, right? It was about the Nazis and how fucking Hitler knew the war was going to be over, so his wife took a pill, killed himself. So he fucking shot himself in the face, and then his fucking insurgents or buddies buried him and lit him on fucking fire so no one can find him. And no one's been able to analyze the body or anything on our side. They're like, no, don't fucking touch him. But I don't believe it. I feel like it's bullshit. Because why would you light Hitler on fire and bury him? You know what I mean? And there's been so many fakies, well, whatever they call them. They're the stand-ins, you know? They look like Hitler to take a bullet just in case.
Yeah, and I mean, it's possible that he didn't, but the thing... I think a lot of people who believe there's a conspiracy where Hitler faked his death forget about the fact that he was so convinced that they were going to win, even in the darkest points of that war, that I don't really think he's the type to have thought of...
sociopath.
Yeah, but I don't think that he was the type to have thought of like, well, what do I do if we lose? I don't think he had a plan for losing.
Yeah, but didn't a bunch of Nazis go down to like South America?
Yeah,
You know,
Brazil.
Yeah.
But
He's like, fuck, vacation time.
But
Sneaking
none of
out
the
here.
highest level ones made it there. You know, all of his circle of evil pals, like
With Winston Churchill?
Heinrich Himmler or
Trump?
Winston Churchill, Trump. Yeah, shit. He's the next generation.
God.
But I'm blanking on all the names. I've seen.
Well, yeah, we're not Aaron. Fucking, that's all he watches, the History Channel. No wonder you can't get laid. Hey, you want to learn about history?
Goebbels.
Gerbils?
No, that was his minister of propaganda. He's the one who controlled all the like Nazi movies and stuff. Propaganda.
I wish there's got to be somewhere, some book that has all these fucking answers, like that movie, the National Treasure, where it's like the president's book where it has all the answers to all the secrets.
Is that in the sequel or is
That's the second one, the president's book.
So I don't know if I've seen the second one.
Where like it's the truth about Area 51 or who actually shot JFK and whatever else everyone's conspiracy about. You know what I mean? All the answers are right there. Be so awesome to have that book.
I'll bet there is, but like even if you found that book, would you be able to trust it?
Fuck no. You know what I mean?
That's the thing, is that people hear the truth every day and reject it because it doesn't fit what they think the truth is. So they assume it's not the truth.
Yeah,
if that book exists and it's like there's no aliens, Lee Harvey Oswald did shoot JFK, and everything is exactly what the government says, people would be like, well, that's not the real book then.
It'd be like Michael Jackson is black. What?
Yeah.
This whole
he
time?
did touch kids and he's dead.
Hey, dude.
Oh my God.
Well, who doesn't like having birthday parties? You know.
You know what? I really don't. I've only had one or two in my entire adult life.
I don't think I've ever had a birthday, unless I was like little. But I was like, Mom, can I have a birthday party?
Can you invite all of my friend?
You ever remember like middle school? I know we're a little off age-wise. I'm young and cute. You're old and just rugged. But you ever go to the skate deck and just like dance with your friends in middle school, or just skate around? You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yes. I think I was in like 6th or 7th grade the last time I had a birthday party there. And so you remember I've told you about those Christian summer camps I've gone to. Well, there was a girl that went to those every year. No.
No.
This was predating my interest in actual sex. I still had crushes on girls, but there was no... I didn't care about sex in 6th grade. It was like, oh, can I hold her hand? Or, oh, I'm too scared to ask her out kind of thing.
Well, I mean, weren't you interested in the other sex genitals in 6th grade?
Not anything below the waist.
Really?
I was interested in boobs and, I could appreciate a butt. But I didn't care to see a vagina yet. Like, that was way down the road, I was like, ooh, I'd be happy if I got to hug her or maybe a little kiss. Or
no. Like, I can't believe I got a hug.
Yeah. It was a lot more innocent, a lot more scaled back. But at those Christian camps, there was this one girl that around that age for like 3 years in a row, she was always at these camps and she just kept getting more hot every year. And she was rad and we got along really well, but she just wasn't like interested in me in that way. Mm-hmm. Like it was just friends mostly. But the year that I went to the skate deck for a birthday party, I invited her to my birthday, and like everyone else was people from school. She's the only one that came from like my group of friends at those camps. And
did she show up?
She did.
Awesome.
And I spent the entire time trying to work up the nerve to just like go skate with her for a song or something.
Were you a good enough skater when it was like couple skate? You would skate backwards and hold her hands and like.
I could, but I wasn't a good enough man
to
actually get to that point. Yeah. And so, but like we would talk and all that, and I just kept going around to all my other friends like, man, they're like, why aren't you skating or dancing with Renee? And I was just, I can't. What if she says no? I was so paralyzed by the fear of rejection that it. Finally, by the end, I think we did dance for one song, mm-hmm. and it was like the last song of the session or whatever.
The song?
Fuck no.
I remember when like the Juvenile song came on, Back That Ass Up. Everyone's like, "Whoo, it's our song!"
That song hadn't come out when I was that age.
No, oh yeah, that's true. And then the Blue song, that was another one.
I'm blue, da ba dee da ba da da ba dee da da da. That's the only words I know.
I don't even think those are the right words. I don't even know.
I think we got the first two right.
Like same with the Hanson, like bop dip dop dop bop boom bop.
How can you have a song where the entire chorus is not a word and it's that fucking popular?
Yeah, dude. And we're over here struggling trying to make hits with our band, and Hanson's like.
Yeah, and we're writing songs about like, the times when I kind of got past my, religion? Connection with God or like, all these really crazy situations where I'm exploring my feelings and the depths of my soul as I write these lyrics and put all these melodies together, and then fucking Bop comes on. Doesn't even mean anything. And if you read like the rest of the lyrics to that song, you don't even know what it's supposed to mean.
Oh, well,
like it doesn't even give you context.
It's just melodies are like pissing the night away.
Oh, you cannot knock Chumbawamba.
I'm not pissing the night away.
He takes a whiskey drink. He takes a vodka drink. He takes a lager drink. He drinks a cider drink. He sings the songs that remind him of the good times. He sings the songs that remind him of the better times. Oh, Danny boy, Danny boy, Danny boy. I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never gonna hit me down. So when that came out, I think I was like a freshman.
I was like in elementary school.
And that was in the days like you couldn't burn CDs yet. So like I would take a cassette and put it in my radio, and I would record the songs that I wanted off of the radio, because you knew if you listened to Kiss 106, you'd hear the exact same song again 40 minutes later.
Yeah.
And that song is always the one that like I wanted to hear. when they would play all their 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And man, those did you do that? Did you make your own little radio shows on cassettes or like try to record stuff off the radio?
You had to fucking, if you didn't have a blank cassette, you always had to put the tape on top of those cassette tapes you didn't like anymore so you can record over them. And then I'd wait, like, if there were songs my mom wouldn't let me listen to or buy CDs yet because there was curse words on them.
Yeah,
I had to wait for the radio. So, like, when the Korn song came on the radio, I'd be like, fuck, I gotta hit the record and play button. It's how you burn CDs back then, but cassette tapes.
And here's something weird that I thought about a few months ago, never brought it up, but it is weird. Like, you listen to the radio now, even songs that are from...
I barely listen to the radio anymore.
Yeah, but you know what it's like to listen to the radio now, and you hear these songs that might have been featured in movies, but the song is still the same on the radio version. You go back to, 1999... Titanic comes out. That Celine Dion song is everywhere, but
I love that song.
It's whatever you think about the song. What they did is they took clips from the movie,
yes,
and they played that dialogue during the song on the radio version. They've never done that for any other song that I've ever heard in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never thought of that.
Because it's not in the original version. They would sometimes play it without the dialogue. But then they would also play the film version.
Oh, yeah.
Where they have clips of, Jack, I'll never let go and all that stuff.
Speaking of Titanic, that fucking bitch had room on that fucking plank for Jack to sit up there.
I think so, too.
We're never going to know what would have happened if Jack lived. You know what I mean? He could have lived. Rose,
well, they wouldn't have really had
a
plot to make the movie
I won't ever let you go. Story of every dude's life. Every girl would let you fucking go. Take your money, take your shit, and then she's gonna go suck some other dude's dick instead and do the same thing to that guy. So,
well, the fucked up thing about that, so she meets Jack, she lets him die in the cold water like a cold bitch. And then she moves on, and she obviously gets, like, married at some point and has kids and grandkids and all that.
Yeah.
And then at the end of her life, with all of that stuff, she still dies and then goes back to heaven with Jack. Like, where's her fucking husband in all this?
Yeah, she wasn't single.
She doesn't think about her husband at all?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? We should go on a cruise together.
All right, let's do it.
Let's do it.
I've never been on a cruise.
Go out this door to the alleyway in the brick road. We should be able to find one.
Oh, the brick road's out there?
Yeah, it's right out there.
This is all real brick.
There's this bunch of Oompa Loompas out there. Midget people. Dude. I think I scrolled on a video where it's that TV show with a bunch of midgets in it. It's like it's like Women of Orange County, right? But for midgets, Little Women, and it's the whole purpose I know for that show is for people to make fun of them. There's people.
I don't know what you're talking about. Continue.
It's like, do you know the TV shows of like Women of Orange County or Atlanta where they just film all?
Are you talking about Desperate Housewives?
Yes, Desperate
Housewives. Okay, I know that show a little bit. I've never seen it, but
that premise, but with all little women, little people, midgets.
Okay, now tell me this: is Desperate Housewives a reality show, or are they actors?
I think it's based off reality of all the rich women with the rich husbands, and they just follow them in their rich, stupid lives, right?
So it's a reality. Those are not actors. Those are just people that exist.
Yes.
Okay.
That's true.
All right.
So same premise, all midgets, every single one of them. Now, do you think people are actually going to take that show seriously and not make fun of them because they're midgets?
Maybe a little.
That's a good one. See, I helped you with that one. Look at that.
You did. Thanks for the setup. That was good. But even so, I mean, if they have people willing to do the show, then how is it really wrong? Like if you're a little person.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying I'm making fun of them, but they have to know people aren't taking them really serious, though.
No, and that I get that, but like the first thing people will say if they see a show like that or they hear it, they're like, "Oh, it's bad to make fun of them. It's not their fault." And I'm with you on that. But if you put yourself on a TV show like that, and like the premise, and that people are going to respond a certain way, if you act on that, I think you're kind of setting yourself up as okay with it.
Yeah, well, I would hope you would.
Yeah.
Or else, fucking, I don't know. Have you Have you ever wanted to been on a TV show? Like I've always wanted to be on MTV's Real World or Road Rules. Still to this day, I would still do it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You mean like, would I ever want to be on a reality show,
or just like, has there been a show like you've always wanted to be on though? Like you dreamt of or not, or like always like you were watching it like, I could be on
I
that
would
show.
love to do a voice on Rick and Morty.
But
Or I would love to do an episode of Saturday Night Live.
okay, we'll go more real. I guess you don't really watch a whole lot though.
I don't.
Yeah.
There's
What
a
about
couple
like,
I don't want to end
what
up
about
on,
like American
Cops.
Gladiators?
No.
Okay,
If I was in better
that
shape,
involved,
I'd
yeah.
probably be good with that. Yeah, reality shows. I'm not really thinking of any that jump out as something I would want to do. Like I'd rather do something where I got to either act or voice a part or something like that. You know.
A voiceover.
Yeah,
Welcome to Cheeky Shenanigans.
And that's something we could always do. You know,
I'm Stoner Kangaroo.
if I could learn a little bit better ways to animate my cartoons, like on computers, then we could do a little animated short and do voices
Is
for
it
it.
easy to use subtitles on our videos?
No, because you have to actually get it transcribed, and you have to pay people to transcribe the audio for it.
Like we can't do it? Is it
Well,
pain
we
in the
could.
ass?
But you'd have to listen to the show and literally type out everything.
Oh, that'd be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, transcription services do that for you, but you have to have all that to be able to do subtitles.
Well, I recently heard like people like watching videos that have subtitles. I mean, I guess I do.
I do too. Like,
yeah, so
especially if you know that you can't like crank up the volume and really hear it like you want to. I love having
like
subtitles.
I would love to watch our subtitles. Dick, balls, cum shots in the face.
I would like it if they were just like not quite accurate some of the time.
Yeah.
So you'd say something, but then have it just be like maybe someone didn't understand what you said for the last 4 words, and it changes it a little bit.
Or like Porch Monkey for Life comes on the screen. Dude, it's like Facebook stars or people that get like a lot of likes and views. Like this couple like us. They're dudes.
Don't call us a couple.
We're a couple. You're my hetero light mate. Silent Bob. I'm just kidding.
All right, I'll be silent.
But it's Rhett and Link. Have you heard of them? On Facebook video? And all they do is they like try shit, right? They bring out like the store-bought versions of Doritos, and then they have the real Doritos, and then they have like Target version Doritos. And they all put it in a bowl, and then they taste each one and try to guess which the real Doritos are. And they get like 10 million views for that. I'm like, what the fuck? How is that possible? Like, so I came up with an idea. We,
As opposed to the other 2 guys in the room.
yeah,
These 2.
we get someone that has a collection of like tarantulas, and we get a table, and we try to see how bad our fear comes on camera with the tarantulas trying to go on our hand or some shit. I came up with that idea. Don't you think it'd be funny, like how scared we'd look on camera? You don't like that idea? I'm just saying. It's like we might have to do gay porn to get some popularity. You don't want to do it? I mean, I did it. I did it on your face. Look at your face right now. That was the same face you made right there.
I just figured it would be fun to occasionally completely freeze and see how you react.
Yeah?
No,
Well,
I do not want to play with a fucking tarantula on this show.
not play, but just maybe have it in the vicinity and just see our faces, you know?
If it's in the vicinity, it doesn't bug me.
Yeah, if it's out of its cage and we're right there.
Yeah, that would bug me.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
That would be a good, I'm just saying.
I mean, I'll subject myself to some pretty epic, crazy torture or embarrassing things for the sake of this show, but that's one of those things where it's
I don't like
it's
fucking
a phobia.
spiders either. Me too.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, that's different. Like, I don't want to. Phobias are different, you know? It's not like just being a pussy. It's like, I know that I shouldn't be afraid of a fucking spider, but I have this irrational fear based on like a childhood trauma or something that rewired me to always be afraid of them.
Or just like sleeping and wake up and the spider's on your face. Oh,
That's
God.
happened, yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, and did I ever tell you the story of why I'm afraid of spiders, or at least what we assume is the cause?
No.
So, growing up, after my parents divorced, my mom kept the house, which was a mobile home.
And your mom married a spider.
Okay, you're going to have to let me get through this
Okay,
without...
I'm listening. Let's listen.
And the mobile home, they don't sit on a foundation. It was, like, rised up, and it had this, like, wood skirting around the bottom.
Okay.
And so underneath there is things like insulation and some pipes and heater stuff and all that. So my dad wasn't there. My mom at the time was a bigger woman than she is now. Like she looks great for her age now, but she was heftier back then. And I was about 5 or 6, and she needed something done to the insulation right underneath the living room, which meant crawling through this little hole in the skirting around the house and crawling under the house and going, and I forget what I had to do, but I had to go do something under there for her.
I would have never went under that house.
Well, I didn't have any of those fears at the time, but so she's by the entrance with a flashlight. I've got another flashlight, and she has me crawl in there, and basically I don't really remember the rest of this happening, but I've heard the story enough, and basically I was down there and some big spider like fell onto my face, and I dropped the flashlight, which went out, and I couldn't see, and I was screaming, and she couldn't come get me, so I was just in there like...
Were you guys living here?
This was up in the very first house I grew up in, up on Fire Trail.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
And but the thing is, I don't know how I ever got out of there. I just know that at some point that all happened.
It's like you blacked out and you got out or something.
Basically. And from that day on, I've not only been arachnophobic, but claustrophobic. Like closed spaces and spiders. I don't do... If I'm on an airplane, I have to have the air thing like on me at all times.
I got bit in the face by a python.
Really?
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
It's my sister's, I think it was like 5, 6. Okay. Sister had a boyfriend that liked to have snakes.
Definitely a drug dealer.
Probably. I'm gonna have to ask her. Hey, was he a drug dealer? He brought his snakes over, and for some reason, I'm frisky, right? I just smacked it right in the face, and it bit me in the face. I deserved it.
You definitely deserved it.
But I kind of vaguely remember. I think I don't know why I would slap her in the face, but then it like bit me like right, and then I was like, "Oh, mom!" Yeah, but
that would have terrified me too.
I think that's why I don't like snakes either. But
snakes, I don't have a phobia on. Like I can hold one. Them. Yeah, I have done.
Like a big one or a small one?
About a 6 or 7 foot python. Or maybe it was a boa. I forget which, but actually,
maybe I could hold those ones.
Yeah.
But like the little like gardener snakes and
those are cool too.
Rattlesnakes and shit like that.
You don't want to hold a rattlesnake or a viper.
like going out on a walk and you hear that. Shh. What do? Do you stand there or do you run? You don't know how close it is. You hear the. Shh.
So you hear a rattle?
Yeah, you hear the rattle.
Well, I would run away from a fucking rattlesnake. They're poisonous as shit. Or venomous, sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Venomous, not poisonous.
But wrong.
Venomous.
What if it's right next to you, okay? And then you start running, it's going to fucking bite you.
It has to catch me.
Well, it's like if you walk, it's like your foot's a snake, right? And I'm like, and it's like, you have to like figure out where it's at first, okay? Bear Grylls style. Oi, mate. You need to look at your vicinity before you take off, because if it's fucking right there, it'll bite you right in the wanker. Get it? God, you're so stupid.
I have no idea what you're even talking about.
Anyways, I don't know how you been. Pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pretty good. Good enough that it's actually just about time to wrap this one up, buddy.
I know, because I'm getting fucking hot. Like I'm like sweating hot. Like I think I'm just too hot to handle. Quit it. I'm homophobic.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
You don't want to hate yourself.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is our new episode of Cheeky Shenanigans. Was that too long?
No, I was just trying to point to it while you were doing it.
Is that too long? Or is Cheeky Shenanigans short? I still don't understand how it's too long.
Cheeky Shenanigans. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please, if you see more videos come up, please leave us a comment, leave us some thoughts.
Yeah.
We're always wrong, but we're just trying to be funny. We want to hear from you and include you in the show.
I'm gonna post like a 10-minute video on Facebook tonight.
Nice.
Tonight.
Thank you. My name is Jesse, Random Hero.
My name is Nick, aka Punkass, aka Hot Carl, aka Lipstick, aka Pencil Dick, aka.
Okay, shut up, teabag.
You're the teabagger around here.
Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Hey, I was thinking as a joke, just to rub in your face, I was gonna go to a tattoo parlor and get that okay boomer Tom DeLonge tattooed it on my body. See you guys later. Hey!
Cheeky Shenanigans.